Yo guys, it's your boy Tim back with another video, and I'm currently just taking some time out. I've been off work for a couple months and I've enjoyed it. I've liked it a lot. I've realized that part of London culture is just the hustle and bustle of constantly being on the go, and I feel like for the past 2 weeks I've been able to just sit down and relax and just think about what it is I want to do, return back to content making, talk about a lot of things with you guys, even just myself, because a lot of the time these videos that I make, I actually go back and watch them myself and reflect years from now on what I was thinking at the time. So it's kind of a sick concept of just making videos, for me. And those who can resonate with them and relate to them, then they're for you. Do you know what I mean? But guys, right now, what I want to talk about is just deconstructing. And for the past few months, I've been making content about deconstructing, and some of you who may actually be watching this have seen me on a few debates, a show as well, where I was sort of questioning religion, deconstructing religion, different life beliefs, and I felt for myself, a lot of the time people think when I talk about deconstruction, I'm only referring to religion. But the truth is, when you're deconstructing, it's literally everything you've inherited. You are deconstructing the systems, the lifestyles, the social norms that you've inherited, the views that you have on relationships, on sex, on sexuality, on identity. And I feel like deconstruction is a central part of the human experience that a lot of people have ignored for years because they're not aware of it. And I think mine's just happened to start with religion because I've grown up in such a religious household. It's been a fundamental part of my life, being Nigerian, especially African diaspora. Religion plays a pivotal role. So when I am talking about deconstruction, a lot of the time, for most people who do watch my videos and resonate with my videos, you will find that it might be triggering because, like myself, who was very much once religious, you are or may be or have been religious. So it's not an attack against religion. Religion just happens to be the focal point of where deconstruction starts for most of us, especially in African diaspora, right? So the reason why I always touch on religion is because religion comes with a multi-layered approach to life. Religion creates this one-size-fits-all that we should all follow. And for most parts, it's merely impossible, And that's why you'll find that a lot of people who are religious or hyper-religious, shall I say, I use the term hyper-religious because people who heavily indulge in it and don't have a life outside of it, which is hard to, is because you end up being a hypocrite. You're not practicing what you're preaching because it creates this sense of guilt and shame. Religion relies on guilt and shame for you to have to constantly be in it. And when you operate under guilt and shame, under fear, and people might not say, no, but you're not supposed to fear, perfect love casts out fear and all these kind of things. The reason why it operates under fear is because you cannot question it. People will question everything. People will scrutinize everything but the beliefs that they inherited, and it just goes to show you how powerful religion is itself. And I find that recently I had a meeting with a philosophical group where we spoke about how for a lot of the time, religion is the backbone of identity for many Black Afro-Caribbean people. In Nigeria, where I'm from, religion, churches, every street, every corner. I'm sure I've also heard in Jamaica, there's literally a church, in every corner. And it begs the question that religion is a massive part of an identity. So how dare I, someone like myself, a nobody essentially, come and tell you who has known religion for so many years to question it? I mean, I was someone that, for most of you who have subscribed to my channel for so long, I was posting videos telling you to believe in Jesus Christ and offering salvation to some of you who may have even found Christ through me. And I'm here now telling you religion isn't necessarily for me or why you should question it yourself. It seems like a contradiction. And it just goes to show you that there is something I've seen, something I've experienced, something I've learned that has caused a switch in my mind to be like, do you know what? Oh, I've reflected and I've realized why I am the way I am. Do you know what I mean? And I think deconstruction, starting with religion, was very helpful for me because through that I could unpack the identity crisis that I had at the time that I was questioning religion. I had a massive identity crisis because I started to figure out and I try and understand, who was I outside of religion? I had no identity. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what to do with my own life. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future. I didn't know what I wanted to think of marriage, of sex, of sexuality, of so many other things that religion had identified for me. And it's like a lot of us are operating under a identity that isn't truly ours. And the reason why it's not ours is because anything outside of religion is deemed sin. And this is why I say a big part of deconstructing was deconstructing the concept of sin, that the concept of anything outside of religion is evil. Anything outside of the concept of what I believe in is just evil, plain out evil. And that's not true. Guys, it is not evil. It is natural. It is who you are. And to deem yourself demonic and to deem yourself a separate entity outside of religion creates this conflict of, I am two people. And that's what religion does. It makes you feel like this flesh that you have is so evil and so wicked and so horrible that you're not comfortable in your own skin, to the point where you see yourself as defiled and evil and satanic, to the point where you are possessed, because as religion will tell you, you are not of this world. But the truth is, you are just you. You are not evil. You are you. You are born into a world. You've learned so many experiences, learned so many things, learned so many information, learned from your parents, learned from your teachers, from your colleagues, from your classmates. That's made you who you are today. Making mistakes is normal. It's all part of the human experience. But what religion does is it tells you that that is wrong, right? And because that is wrong, you need a savior. And that savior is whatever God they propose to you. And that's not the way of life that I think is healthy for any human being. And I understand a lot of people can't operate without religion. And that's why people like me exist. Because I'm telling you, whoever's watching this as African diaspora, it is possible to live life outside of religion. It is very much possible. And that's why I thought I'd come back to making content and speak to myself to say it's possible to live. It's possible to be happy outside of it. And for once, there was a time where I was like, what am I going to do with my life if I don't believe in this thing? And I finally am happy again. And I think that's the good thing about me. And it wasn't an easy journey. It was a journey that took time. It's a journey that I had to allow people in, and I had to realize that, listen, this is something that I can do and it's very much possible. And if it's possible for me, it's definitely possible for you. So if you've stepped away from Islam, if you've stepped away from Christianity, if you've stepped away from any form of religion, belief that you felt was harmful to you, even social norms, cultures that you felt was harmful to you, I'm trying to let you know now, that is not the end. Like, you can live a happy life outside of that. It's very much possible, guys. Do you get me? But yeah, guys, I'll leave it at that. There'll be much more to come. And I just thought I'd leave that with you, that deconstruction isn't just one stop. It's deconstruction, so many other things that you can unlearn and live freely in. Do you know what I mean? So guys, like, comment and subscribe. If you feel like you resonate with this video and you want me to produce more, guys, let me know in the comments. What kind of things do you want me to talk about? I'm here for good conversations. I want us to build a sense of family, a sense of belonging online as well as in person. And I just want to know, what is it that you want to hear, and what is it that you look forward to? What are the perspectives that you feel like you want to hear from me as well? But yeah, guys, deconstruct, live, laugh, and live, love, and laugh. Live authentically as well, guys. All right then, till next time. Peace.